Welcome to the Beginner's Guide to the Draft in Letters of Credit. If you deal with international trade, this document is critical to getting paid. Did you know that in international trade, a single small document is the trigger that releases millions of dollars from a bank vault? It's not the contract, it's the draft. The draft acts as the formal trigger in a letter of credit, officially demanding payment from the bank for the goods you've shipped. If you fill out this draft incorrectly, even a simple mistake like a misspelled name or wrong date, the bank can refuse payment. The stakes are high. This guide will strip away the banking jargon, break down the draft, and explain the strict rules banks follow to examine it, ensuring your payment is guaranteed. We will cover 4 core themes: what a draft is, who signs it, how banks check the payment timing, and how to perfect the amounts and corrections. Let's start with the basics. In trade finance, the draft, legally known as a bill of exchange, is simply a formal demand for payment. Think of a draft like a personal check. When you write a check, you order your bank to pay someone. A draft is the seller ordering the bank to pay them. A sight draft is like a standard check. It is payable immediately upon presentation and successful examination by the bank. A usance or time draft is like a post-dated check. Payment is due at a specific future date, for example, 60 days after the shipment date. Next, let's talk about the who and how. Who signs the draft and who is responsible for the payment? The drawer, meaning the person signing, must always be the beneficiary or the seller. This formalizes your demand for payment. The drawee, or the party who must pay, must be the bank designated in the letter of credit. Banks deal with banks. Crucially, a letter of credit must never be issued available by a draft drawn on the applicant, who is the buyer. Don't chase your buyer for a signature. If you are using a usance draft, the bank must be able to calculate the exact maturity date, the day you get paid, just by looking at the document. The maturity date must be clear and calculable. For example, specify 60 days after the 14th of May 2023 feet, not 60 days after the ship arrives. If you have multiple shipping dates on your bill of lading, the bank will generally use the latest onboard date to start the countdown for payment. The bank checks the tenor on your draft against the shipping documents to ensure everything aligns perfectly. Banks are incredibly precise when it comes to money. The draft is a financial instrument, so close enough is not acceptable. Just like a check, the amount written in words must match the amount written in numbers. Any conflict will likely result in a discrepancy. If you make a mistake and correct it on the draft, you must authenticate that correction by signing or initialing next to it. This is mandatory for drafts. Finally, the draft must be drawn in the exact same currency as the letter of credit. Do not mix currencies. The draft is the engine of the letter of credit payment. Strict adherence to these rules ensures you get paid without costly delays. Remember, sign as the beneficiary, address it to the bank, calculate dates precisely, and ensure all amounts and corrections are perfect. Now that you know the mechanics, how would you handle a situation where your shipping date changes at the last minute, impacting the maturity date on your draft? Thank you for watching. If you found this guide helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more content on trade finance. See you next time.